a look here at Trey Lance. He had a solid...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
A short kick taken at the 18. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 12 carries, 73 yards.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. Call that a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working from the gun, Lance.
This is caught. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. They rallied and made the tackle.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he must increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 13.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full... First down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. A handoff on the option to Singletary.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. 12 yards as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 11.
A give up the middle to Singletary. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Oh, look at this play call. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors and some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about it. You have to do it. You have to be so high for this beginning.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Lance looking to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go.
Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime.
3-3.
A final shot before half for Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. John Ross, as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there at a Niner first. Up the gut, McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
3 quarters in the books. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Able to haul it in is Kittle.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Right, 27.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because be in that huddle with that offensive line, I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 43. They're going to hurry back to the line now. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And it's a fumble. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Black one. Ready?
Again, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
52.
Across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense